Now moving on to the second part of the lesson, we're going to talk about the eastern coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains lie between the eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. They start from West Bengal and they end at Kanyakumari. Now again, eastern coastal plains are again divided into two divisions. To the north lie the northern Sarkars, and to the south lie the Coromandel coast. Am I clear till here? Now moving on to page number 281. Again, we go into the details line-wise, but we're going to focus on the important lines only, since we have to teach you online, so there are some restrictions, and you pick up your pencils and again follow. The eastern coastal plains lie between the Bay of Bengal and the eastern Ghats. I already explained you just now on the map. They begin from West Bengal and pass through Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Like the western coastal plains, they also end at Kanyakumari. Now these eastern coastal plains are wider than the western coastal plains. The northern part of these plains are called the northern Sarkars, and the southern part is called the Coromandel coast. The region is very fertile with plenty of water, and this water is very good for growing rice and sugar cane, coconut, cotton and jute, and that is why they are grown in plenty in this eastern coastal region. The region has only a few good harbors. Paradip, Visakhapatnam and Chennai are the three largest ports on this coast. There is a shipbuilding yard at Visakhapatnam. Visakhapatnam is very famous for the shipbuilding yard also. The sea on the eastern coast is rougher and the waves are stronger and bigger than those on the western coast. The western coast, the waves are a little, gentle. But on eastern coastal plains, the waves are very strong and very rough. Now, talking on about the climate of the eastern coastal plains. The climate here is hot and humid throughout the year. However, winters are cooler, and the northern part of eastern coastal plain receives rain during the monsoon, but not as much as the western coastal plains. There is more rainfall in the western coastal plains in comparison to the eastern coastal plains. The southern part of this region is the only region in the country that receives rainfall during the winter. This is a speciality, that this region receives rainfall in the winter season. Now that we are through with the coastal plains, study of the western coastal plains and the eastern coastal plains, let us focus on the importance of the coastal plains. Now turning on to page number 282, let's get familiar with the importance of the coastal plains. The importance of the coastal plains: many ports are found along the coast and they are important for inland and foreign trade. Many of the seaside towns are popular holiday and tourist destinations. This area, the coastal regions, they are an attraction for the tourists. Like you go on a holiday for a vacation, so you all go there to spend some time. So it's a great tourist attraction, besides being a foreign trade center. Fishing is an important occupation here because beside the sea, they have plenty of fish to catch. So fishing is an important occupation of the people here. Export of the fish is an important industry here. So because of this occupation, the fishing occupation, the fishing industry, lot of export of the fish is done from our country. As the land is fertile, a variety of crops such as rice, coconut, and rubber are grown here. Because this area is very fertile, lots of water is there, plenty of water is there. So this area is rich in the crop growing of coconut, rubber, and rice, etc. Now moving on to the third part of the lesson, we talk about the islands. We have a group of islands, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, to the east of our country in the Bay of Bengal. And we have another group of islands, the Lakshadweep Islands, to the west of our country in the Arabian Sea. Now, to study about the islands, let's focus again on page number 282. Now, first of all, what is an island? An island is a piece of land which is surrounded by water on all sides. Like you can see Sri Lanka there. It's a piece of land and it has water all around. Same way, we have lots of islands. They are in a cluster, in a group. And all these islands in the western part of our country, in the Arabian Sea, and in the eastern coast, towards the eastern coastal plains, we have the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal. Now let's focus to know about them in detail. An island is a piece of land surrounded by water on all sides. There are two main groups of islands in India: the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal, and the Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea. Now first, let's study about the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are actually 500 islands. They are a group of 500 islands, small, big, all in a group. And they are divided into two groups. They cover an area of about 8,000 square kilometers. The northern group is called the Andaman Islands, and towards the south there is another group of islands that is called the Nicobar Islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are a union territory of our country. The capital of Andaman and Nicobar Islands is Port Blair. All the islands in this group are actually the topmost parts of submerged mountain range. Actually, it's a mountain range which is covered by water. They are all submerged, all beneath the water level. So, it's a number of islands in continuity. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are covered with forests, and only a few of them are inhabited. They have thick forests. Thick forests are there, and life only exists on few of the islands. Only few are inhabited by the people. These people are the tribes. Now, what is a tribe? A tribe is a small group of people who have the same language and customs and who live in a particular area and are often led by a chief. They have a leader for their tribe. So this group of people which speak the same kind of a language, same customs they follow, and they follow a leader, they are called a tribe. So there are many tribes in these islands. These people are known as tribals. Indira Point on the Nicobar Islands is the southernmost point of India, as I discussed earlier, that Kanyakumari is the, please don't get confused. Many a times children get confused. Kanyakumari is the southernmost tip of the Peninsular India, where western coastal plains and the eastern coastal plains meet. But Indira Point is the southernmost tip of the Nicobar Islands that belong to our country. So it becomes the southernmost tip of our country as a whole. Am I clear? Okay. The climate here, again we discuss about the climate of these islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We are going to talk about the climate of them. The climate here is warm but pleasant. Cool sea breezes always blow here. Rice and coconut are the major crops of this region. Pulses, fruits and vegetables also grow here. Fishing again is an important activity and occupation here. All the best, take care, stay safe and happy.